Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Spaceport Sigma map. We're playing as the green player out of the 5th position, and this is part of our Tier List Tuesday series where we play every single map in the game on the meta settings and see where they stack up against each other on a lovely, lovely tier list. We're playing as the green player again out of the 5th position, and our settings here: auto setup, 6-second turn timer, progressive cards, balance both sides, no rank restrictions, alliances, and portals are off. Fog and blizzards are on with automated inactivity behavior. Neutral inactivity behavior for the this series to try to make the games go a little bit faster and not have a big old bot roaming around. We are playing with maybe not the best positioning here. Blue picks out of the 2nd position, picks an absolutely garbage capital there. Red goes here. I liked this 2 here. I actually fully intended on capping on this 2 here, and orange wouldn't see my cap, so I could have a potential retaliatory retake out of the 5th position here and get both caps. But I liked... Red had no material in here. I get why he's capping here. This is a 1-point hold over the left-hand side. These 2 bonuses here. I understand the play. I don't have other good options. Nothing up in high bay is good. This 3 over here is bad. This 1 here is just leaving me stranded so far away from the rest of my troops. So we're going to cap directly next to red and not feel too bad about it. Hopefully he gets hit twice by purple and blue, and then or 3 times rather, and he starts with 5 troops and he gets bad dice on me. And if he gets really good dice, it would be story of my life today. Recording videos today, the luck has not been on my side with both slow roll and blitz rolls. So we're hoping it turns around here in this game. And I think it would be funny if somebody's capped behind me. I think that's certainly a possibility as well. Blue is going to... I'm going to get knocked below 12 troops here, actually. So we're only going to start with a maximum of 5 if we lose our capital. I credit to Blue. He's playing this well. Rolls off his cap to 1-point hold there. Interesting. Credit to Blue. He played that well, despite the horrible cap choice. I mean, this cap deep in the pocket here is not good. There is a 1-point hold over that bonus and this bonus off of the launch pad spot here. And I'm interested to see what red does here. Does he crash out and try to hit me? Hopefully fails. Or does he just go elsewhere? I don't really know. I think he's going to try to roll my cap. Slow roll starts off not great. Sometimes players stop after doing this, or they continue. Remember, he's got to split between both these caps, and that is not looking good for him. Does he continue? He does not. And we're actually, as long as orange doesn't have vision on this, we'll get this cap basically for free. Which is kind of what I was hoping for. If orange comes out of absolutely nowhere, then that's tough. But this is exactly what I was trying to bait into happening, and I was just playing the luck of the dice in the hopes that I get, again, lucky enough dice here. We're going to have blue with a bonus staring at this cap, so we're going to have to make this one slightly stronger. I don't know if purple has a bonus either. So we're going to have to be on the lookout for that. I'm actually going to hit purple. None of my other 2s are open. I lost several of my 2s as well. I don't want to give this to my opponents, though, so we are going to have to blitz it. Hopefully we get perfect dice. We do. I'll go 6 on 5 and hope that, that blue doesn't take that. Pink starts with 9. We, again, don't know where pink is. I'm hoping that blue plays into whoever is up by him here. But I can hold my breath for a second. Little bit of luck there that happened with red. And red's cap's better than mine, so I may as well make an effort on that. Purple is getting 10 troops. Could roll my cap 12 on 5. Hoping they do not. And they do not. So I think purple may be up in the +4 here and have to contend with blue here in a moment. It's also possible that blue got right up next to him and he just went back into blue right away. The 1st and 2nd positions, I will say, are incredibly, incredibly strong on this map, because if you have access to somebody's cap and it's too weak, you've got a chance at playing for that. Now, weirdly, purple is playing bottom right now with his material. That's kind of surprising. I thought he had this bonus up here. He doesn't have a +6, so he's either got the +4 in Launchpad A, or he's up top. And And again, that's a little bit surprising that he would go for that. Blue did lose his bonus, or didn't fully take it, one of the two. So that would explain why he doesn't aggress us. Orange with no bonus either. I'm going to make an attempt on a bonus here. I'd like to know if somebody's capped behind me. So what we are going to do here, I'm going to go with these troops there. Red is here. Orange is there. Pink. Shoot. Alright, that's fine. Pink does not have a bonus. So if orange is behind me, he's not on the launch pad at least, so we'll have access to his bonus if he is in this bonus. And if nobody's behind me, then oh my goodness. If somehow nobody else was attracted to this area on the board, I'd be incredibly surprised. But I have decent vision in this bonus, weirdly. This map, by the way, is 96 territories. There's 10 blizzards. It makes it 86, obviously, with the blizzards included. As far as total territories go with blizzards included, this map is the 4th largest map in Risk. We've got Airship, Command Base T1X, and then the brand new Waterloo map are the 3 that are larger than it. I believe Canada Advance would be the next closest. That's reasonably close. Hopefully orange doesn't come and break me. Purple is getting 12. Several territories picked up by purple in the bottom right. So maybe he does have this launch pad. If we see him continue playing back here, he probably does have that launch pad. And he does. So he's probably bottom right, which means we need to do our best effort in terms of trying to take bottom left. Red territories are almost pointless to hit unless I'm taking a bonus, because the red bot is not going to be worth any... is not going to be worth anything. So... I wonder if purple's actually taking a bonus behind orange. I wonder if that's where orange is. If there is nobody behind me, man, I would be so unbelievably, incredibly surprised. I'll put 3 here. I'm not going to defend the cap until I know what's back here, and then I'll come up and defend. But I don't anticipate, because of that, I don't anticipate orange breaking me here. He might even pivot to trying to take this bonus in the middle so that purple doesn't have access to him, or he's going to try to sweep as much of purple out of there as possible, which is likely just going to lead to his own demise because purple's generating so much per turn right now. The bonuses on this board, there's 4 +4s. Those are Launchpad A, B, and C, and then Marinubium Station up at the top of the boards. The other +4, there's 5 +6s in Command Tower, Expedition Command Terminal B and Terminal A, and then High Bay Warehouse is a +8 in the top right if you're able to hold it. Let me do this, and then we're going to go heavy back here at the goal. Right there. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see purple back here because I want to make sure purple is not behind me because of how many troops he's getting per turn right now. I'm not super worried about pink because I don't believe pink has any bonuses. I'm mostly just trying to make sure. I'm going to roll this. It's not... Yeah, that's an extra turn where I don't have to place extra troops back there. And now we've got double bonus back here. And this is... We're getting dangerously close to an incredible snowball. So shout out to the red player for capping directly next to where I wanted to be and then losing the slow rolls on me, man. That's what I'm saying, though, is sometimes this map, it just comes down to who's got the 1-point hold and how lucky do they survive... or excel with dice rolls in the early game, because the red player got bad dice. I've had a couple games today that I've tried to play where I've gotten bad dice, and the game's certainly not over. Purple has, as far as we can tell, good positioning. Again, didn't like blue's cap, and I'm not sure where pink and orange are capped. I think orange bottom right. Pink, I have absolutely no clue. But basically, like, now it's a matter of don't fumble the game. Do my best to not fumble the game. I do find that this map it misses the mark, in my opinion, a little bit on being like a balanced map for all 6 positions in the turn order. Part of that is because the you know, the players who cap first just can make plays on the players who cap second. So even if you get a launch pad cap, which obviously I didn't this game, but even if you get a launch pad cap, there's a chance somebody could slow roll you, take your cap, or just blitz you outright. You know, the first position player on this board always starts with 15 territories, so they start with 7 troops guaranteed, which is really dangerous. I'm putting everything back here to make sure I can take this full bonus, but this would be one of the most incredible 1-point holds I've had this early in a game in a while, and yeah. That's pretty strong. I mean, let's fortify this, but this is looking like a half-decent thumbnail right there. That is for sure. Plop it right in the middle. I like this map. I will say I like this map for one main reason. I can move it everywhere. I can't zoom out far enough. I'd prefer to be able to zoom out just a little bit further. But look at how far I can move this over. Oh, it's great. It is so good. Purple is getting 12 still. High Bay is a 2-point hold. I may as well try to play for a little bit on that side of the board. I want to keep my cap open as long as I can. So trying to put pressure down on another part of the board I don't think is a bad idea. Because I just started with 21 troops. We're going to start with at least... We picked up 3 extra territories and a +6. We'll start with at least 7 more on this next turn. Which I think is pretty powerful. So unless I got hit, obviously. If I got hit, then maybe not 7 more, but at least 6 more with this back here. We'll fortify the 5 up because we've got that 1-point cap hold over the back left, bottom left rather, and I want to leave my cap open as long as I can. Now, purple does appear to be committing a lot of troops into the orange player on the right-hand side. Pink actually flagged. How much did he get? He got 5 in the last turn. I don't understand flagging when you haven't lost your cap, and just because I'm snowballing, that doesn't mean I'm going to target you. But I do think this map is a little too snowball heavy. If it ends up being 2 or 3 players controlling specific parts of the board, I think it gets very stalemated then. But it's by no means a bad map. I just think it's a bit unbalanced, especially it's very spawn and turn order dependent. I got lucky late in the turn order here, admittedly, that I didn't lose my capital. Otherwise, there's almost no chance for recovery for myself, because I'm not going to be able to generate enough troops because everybody plays for the pocket bonuses. I mean, I played for one myself right here. So I'm just going to put like 20 troops up here. Why not? What have I got to lose? I don't hit orange. I don't want orange to think that I'm a threat to him. Pink is also worth 5 cards. That is or 4 cards rather. That is something to keep in mind. But 41 cap. With how much purple has been investing in this back right corner, I don't think that. Purple can make up he can make his own decision here if he wants to. If he wants the attention to be drawn to himself here, he can. I'm fine with that. If he breaks me here, I'm just going to hit him back. I also think he... Oops. That's just a big mistake in my opinion. I don't understand. I think you need to continue not drawing attention to yourself if you're purple, because you have been getting the most troops of anybody other than me, obviously. But putting yourself on the radar of the strongest player is... You know, like, I'm obviously paying attention to him, but I don't see him as a target. And meanwhile, blue actually holds this bonus over here, so that's interesting. I'm wondering if orange managed to flush purple out down here, and then purple was just holding double bonus here. It is nice of blue to hit me there. I'm actually glad that he did that. Yeah, orange did get the +6 behind him. Hasn't knocked... Wherever pink is not done, though. So purple had these 2 bonuses up here. Now this does give orange the opportunity for recovery, which I don't think is good. Because he had been getting kind of thwarted for a while there by... I don't need more than one... I don't think I need more than one attempt up at this top left. Yeah. Little bit risky there, but I'm anticipating blue trying to go for this kill. I mean, that cap was weak. I actually got the bad dice that I should get. So hopefully blue doesn't have a trade in. Although the trades aren't very high, so it doesn't matter that much. And now I'll have this, I can knock blue out of here and hold here. 2-point hold over all of these bonuses is pretty strong. It does seem as though purple took the red cap. That would make some sense to me. Not the red cap, the pink cap. So pink exists somewhere for 4 cards that I don't see. But this is exactly my point about purple. Once I saw that this cap was not that strong, I got 70-something troops up here. Like, to me, it's a no-brainer. I did lose 5 on a 3, which is tough. But to me, it's a no-brainer to try to make that play. I'm a little bit aggressive initially. And if blue's got a trade or he's got a ton of troops sitting on satellite comm, then he can come win this himself. And then my card block on him becomes a little bit interesting. But I don't think he can really get through the 15 here and then make a big enough play. He actually may go kill me. He does kill pink. So pink was down here. I could have had that. It seems like orange maybe had some pink nested up by him. So that does trade blue in. I mean, this is now becoming a smart play by blue. If they're able to come take this 9 out. They do not have enough troops to take that. Okay. So it's probably in my best interest to trade with orange and stuff blue out of here. Orange is getting 19. But I doubt his cap is open. Should just be able to kill purple here. A little bit overly aggressive here by orange. Again, hitting the strongest player on the board is a bold strategy. I'm going to assume that this is the end of purple. Orange will not get all of this either. Simply does not have enough troops. Unless he somehow wins a 2-on-1 or 2-on-2. 34 troops. Go 8 back here. Let's go 25, 25, 28 here, 25 over here. Purple elimination, that's for 3 cards, that trades me in. And just to spite him. Now, this next trade in, I just needed to leave this well defended for another minute, but it seems as though I actually may have the opportunity after blue trades here to card block both of these players with a ton of extra troops. Blue is going to be the first card block priority because he is the easier card block. I think he just broke orange. So I think he broke orange to try to open orange's cap up, which I don't love. I get it, but I don't like it. Yeah. I'm gonna hit you, bro. I don't know what you're trying to do here. Yeah, thank you. Probably should stop now. Alright. I'm gonna set early. Make this a good 60. I'm not trying to bother blue here. Orange is going to hit me again on this next turn anyway. But I know blue's going to keep getting cards. I know blue is going to keep getting cards, so it doesn't make any sense for me to aggress him right now. I'll wait till he trades in. Orange keeps hitting. I'm getting so many more troops than him per turn, even with these hits, right? I get 39 troops before this stuff. I'll let blue get to 5. Like, I don't know what the goal is here. It's really kind of foolish. He started with how much? Started with 14, so blue did break him. 65. And I feel more of a desire to help blue here than I do orange. Because again, in the same way that purple did, the orange player has put himself on my radar. In the same way that purple did, the orange player has put himself on my radar. This could fail. It's really funny. It does not fail, but... just trying to keep everything defended, especially with the trades getting higher. There's more risk behind what's happening here. So, and I don't hit this one here. I don't know how much blue has off cap down here. I don't know how much blue has off cap down here, so I'm not risking that. And I actually need to be wary of orange coming off cap. Yeah, see, trades early. I don't know what your goal is, dude. I think blue might be trying to block him down here. I'm going to trade. Let me dump all of this on cap. I'm going to trade to have some cap defense here. Because I can't afford to lose this. And I don't want to risk losing either of my caps either. But now we're getting to that weird point where, like, I could potentially card block both of these players. Yeah, this is what I was hoping for. He either knocks blue completely out of here, and he comes and tries to look at stuff. Because he'll open up my cap here the moment he does that. Kills red. Inadvertently, it seems. I don't know if he knocked blue out of here or not. So, 30, 100, and 135. And 30 there. Bring that back to cap there. And we'll see if he knocked blue out of there. Blue is getting 6. He did not knock blue out of there. Which is good to know. It's just a slow burn. I got to make sure I don't fumble the game. That's the biggest thing here. I think he's got orange blocks too. So How much did he start with there? He started with 20. So I'm good with like 52. Just need to keep defending my cap. But should be rounding this out pretty soon. As long as blue doesn't have a huge stack down here to come try to take my capital. Which he might. He very well might. Don't love blue giving him cards, but that's okay. Drop 26 down here again. 110. This one, again, still the more valuable capital, I think, long term. But blue's been good to me. I see no reason. Granted, he hasn't had a position to be anything other than good to me. Orange will be on 5 here. That's fine. It's a shame because I just can't let blue keep trading down here. He was trading with orange. If he had come up to trade with me, it would have been fine. But I need to take the positional advantage in this game. Wow. He's going to pull troops off cap here. 119 of them, no less. I don't have a trade on 4. Does he sack into me? Looks like he's gonna. He does. I guess he didn't have a trade in. That was incredible dice with the sack in, too. Went minus... Yeah, took off quite a bit. This hopefully fails. I don't think it does fail. Okay. Blue flagged, so... yeah, I don't know. I didn't inherently like try to turn on blue, but he wasn't trading with me, and he was trading with orange, and I wanted to set a block on orange, and I don't think blue was going to let that happen because he was trapped back here. He was trying to keep his position alive. I imagine that the orange player will flag, but if he doesn't, it is what it is. He started that turn with 31 troops. He may just bot out, which honestly might be more fun because I can control more of the board, but I won't even find out. Or, well, actually, this must have been pink's cap, right? Purple took that. Or maybe, you know what? Because purple had a bonus early, so this must have been purple's cap, and pink must have been capped here. And I wonder if blue even tried to take it. I'm going to take cards up here in case he is still here. Here's what we're going to do. Just split these into 20s. Break, and then take the elimination. That'll double set me, and I can prep these better. And that should be a win for me, which is exciting. I took the double cap sack there, and we lived. I'm glad I fortified that quantity of troops up. We'll see if Orange is still playing. He very well may be over and gone. This 1 point hold was incredible over here. I mean, this shout out to Red for picking a good cap. I mean, it was a good cap for them. I didn't have good cap choices, and even so, I guess I showed I can win from maybe not so favorable cap choices. So I have a trade in right now. He pulled a ton of troops off cap as well. I don't think he had that much. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I'm not going to bother world doming here. We're just going to win the game. Won't waste everybody else's time. We will, however, look at the map and where it stacks on the tier list. Let's take a look at the ranks of the players first before we do that. Master on blue, despite the horrible, horrible cap back there. Expert on purple and orange. Intermediate on pink and beginner on red. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let's go take a look at where this sits and some thoughts about the map. So again, I mentioned the launch pads here. They are very, very critical. You saw that purple was capped here. Nobody on the launch pad behind me. Orange had that territory as far as I could tell. So it seems that orange had access to 2 separate launch pads. Must have thought that this one was easier to card block, which is a very fair assessment. He picked the right one. Purple tried to weasel in behind him. Ended up not leaving his own cap. Very well defended. Now, this map is very prone to incredibly large 1 point holds. I had this 3 bonus 1 point hold here, and I actually think that's a detriment to the map, unfortunately. It's very, very easy to card block on. It's very easy to fall into stalemates when you've card blocked a very strong player, and it's also very easy to snowball if it never gets to that point. In this game, I would argue was a snowball despite how long it took to remove the orange and blue players there. The map in that case, I think it's going to fall into the tier of maps that I also got to factor in fun factor and how much the viewers enjoy it as well, and that's part of the reason why Command Base still ended up in A tier. I unfortunately think that Command Base is actually a more balanced map than this one because the bonuses, many of the bonuses on Command Base aren't as strong as the ones on this board. Or like similarly as strong, but there's more of them. And as such, I think I enjoy this map less than Command Base on average, especially of late. Do I think it's as bad as like Reverse World? No. I like regular New Zealand and Australia. I think it's better than Younger Scrolls right here in the B tier. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. I definitely don't think this is a product just of how my games went today, but more so I've got to think of the map objectively and as much as I can, and overall the experience that an average player would have on this game. And you look at somebody like Red, got cap next to, got bad dice, quit immediately. That kind of stuff happens all the time, and his game is completely, I was actually banking on that happening. His game is completely ruined because he doesn't have any bonuses to play for from that position. Maybe he could have taken the one to the right of himself. That would have been the best play forward, I think. But it's very hard to adjust if somebody thwarts your plans on this map. And I think that actually lowers it down on the list, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this one, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I also want to give a shout out to recent subscribers, Seamus O'Hara, Bad Pie, Ryan P., Eric Supreme 666, and Fish. If you guys want to shout out in an upcoming video, all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure public subscriptions on. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.